after what happened last week at Salford, I know you spent a lot of time on it already, but has defending set pieces being right at the top of your priority list again this week?
It's been part of the issues that obviously we want to address from day one from being at the club. So yeah, we've done a lot of work this week, and hopefully we'll get the rewards come Saturday.
How long can you leave it as it is with using the same set of players? Because as you'll be aware, it's not just while you've been here that they've been having these problems from set pieces.
Yeah, I think it becomes a mentality. You've got to change the mentality, and I'm very much about what we do on the training ground. And one thing I do see, there's been a great response again. I'm really now starting to find out what individuals are about and about their mentalities. So there's been a lot of progress made in 3 weeks, and we've got to understand that things ain't going to change overnight, but the improvements I've seen in 4 weeks on the training ground has been very, very positive.
I often hear about, it's been talked about quite a bit about this side, there's been a lack of leaders in this side. Is that something you're keen to address with this set of players, with the players you've got at your disposal, to get them to be more vocal during matches?
100%. I think it doesn't matter, whatever age you are, whatever type of personality you are, you've got to have more of that in your game. It's something that's dying, and it's dying breed in the game these days. And I think more leadership and that winning mentality you have, and people lead in different ways, and I understand that. But I think vocally, that's something that you can always improve on.
Yeah, and do you think you do need more leaders in this side?
Well, as I said to you, people lead as an example. People lead in vocally. But as I said to you, there needs to be an understanding that when you cross that white line, that a different animal comes out in the personality of the person, and you've got to demand everything from everybody around you.
You continuously say you'll still want to go for that number one spot. I know that lots of people probably would suggest that that's, let's say, unrealistic that you're going to get that number one spot. A lot of long part of the season to go. But do you have that little bit of breathing space with the way that the playoffs are being changed this season? Now 7 teams can get into the playoffs rather than just the 4. Or the top 7, sorry, are involved.
Listen, this season is, as I've always said, it's about getting the promotion. And my vision is to get this club promoted this year for everybody's purpose. And we've got to do that. We've got to get some consistency in the team now. I've had 4 weeks to have a look at things, and players are really buying into exactly what we're trying to do here. And I'm sure, very, very confident within the near future, this club will go on and put a real strong run of games together. Because to do anything and have success in the season, you have to have some consistency in performances, and we've got to get to that now.
Do you like the new format for the playoffs? The changes that are made this year?
Yeah, in one way, yeah. I think it gives you that option. But equally, I've always been a manager where I've looked at, the number one spot, and my vision is flat.
Let's look ahead then to Tamworth. The side, I think, have lost their last 4 games. They're not going to arrive at Bootham Crescent in the greatest form, and mentally they might be a bit under pressure as well.
Yeah, they're having a bit of a bad run, but we've got to maximise on that. At the end of the day, we understand that, but it's about us, and it's that's all I care about. It's all my focus is on about how we start and end this game this Saturday.
And I think most people would still agree, despite the struggles that York City have had at times, that if they do perform to their ability, this set of players, they will win the majority of games in this division.
100%. There's no reason why they shouldn't, but you've got to earn the right to win games. It's a silly old saying, but you can't expect just because you have a badge and a football league status behind you, which gives you the God-given right to win games. I've been down this road many times. Teams will always come to Bootham Crescent, and it's their cup final. If they can go away with something, that's great, job done. So we've got to make sure we have the same energy as we had against Brackley in our last home game. The crowd, give them something to really shout about, because that's so important as a 12th man. And we've got to sort of make sure that everybody turns up come Saturday, and as a group, as a city, that we put on a massive performance.
With the issues you faced in the last couple of weeks, you must be delighted to get back home for these next 2 games.
It seems like a long time ago since we were at Brackley. So it's been, we've played 2 teams in the top 3, in our first 3 games. We should have had 7 points, at the worst 6 points. We all know that, but we've got to get back to that winning mentality and that horrible, hard team to beat.
How's the injury situation? Have you got any issues? Any things you want to contend with this week?
No, at this moment in time, everyone seems to be fine. Everything's getting there. Aidan O'Connor's had a real good week in training ground, which has been a big plus, so he comes into contention for the this weekend.